Welcome back to the Realty Report. What is happening, my people? We are going to do sports tonight, and we're going to do it right. We got about 3 people in the house. Let me see if I can see who is in the house. Joey C., welcome aboard. Maddie, what's happening? Tony Silo, you got the link. Jump on in whenever you want, my brother. If anybody wants a link to come on, I will be more than happy to send it to you. And that's that. Let's get to it. I just wanted to start this off the right way for any old timers such as myself that remembers this, that reminded us of the golden era. Tell me what you think. Let's have a little moment to reflect. Okay, Joe, gonna send that. I sent it to the messenger. Maddie, you know it, Maddie. Tony Silo, you out there? Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, my man, Tony Silo is in the house. What's up, my brother? I wanted to play a little old school for us here, Tony.
Let it rip. I'm good. What's going on, brother?
Can you hear me, Tony? That's all I care about, brother.
I hear you loud and clear.
You out there, my man, Maddie? You're right. NFL Films. Tony, what does it make you think of? The Raiders? What are you thinking of?
Raiders?
I think of the Raiders when I hear this. What do you think?
I don't know, bro. I'm not sure. I didn't really hear the song. What song was it?
This is, man, I grew up when putting that uniform on, boy, it made me nuts. I'm sorry, my head's down. I'm looking for the volume button on this sucker so I can hear you a little bit better, Tony. I'm so happy that you came on, brother. Thank you so much, man.
You got it, brother. Anytime.
Thank you, pal. I don't see a freaking volume button on this keyboard. Man,
look for up and down.
That, but we're good. We're good. I'll figure it out. I'll hear you, my man. One way or another, I will hear you. Wait a minute. Tone, give me a little, let me hear a little something.
Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, real low. I don't know. It's probably, on my end.
What are you on a laptop or you're on a laptop on a phone?
Edit mic settings. Oh, okay. Talk to me now, Tony.
Can you hear me now better?
I hear you a lot better. Yeah.
All right. We good.
Yeah. I'm new to this. What's up, fellas? Everybody good? We got about looks like we're doing well. We got about 3 or 4 people in the chat, but you know what? That's good. We football people. So, Tony, I'll tell you what. You were kind enough. Joey, I'm going to get you that link. I'm going to figure out a way to get you that link and pop it on. Maybe Tony can talk me through it. I know, Joey, I sent it to your messenger.
If you text it or email to him, all he's got to do is pop on.
All right. Joey, I'm going to figure out. Give me a minute, brother. And the show must go on. You're right. I'm getting better with reading the chat. Tony, because you were so willing to come on with me tonight, I would love, I'm going to ask you a question. I would love for you to give me, and I know I'm going to get an honest response. Who do you like? Not your personal favorite team. Who do you like this year to do some damage in the playoffs and in the NFL and possibly go all the way, and why?
I'll tell you what, the 49ers are sitting second in the NFC right now, overall.
Okay. If everybody can get Tony, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead, Tony.
Let's see if they can hear. All right, the 49ers are sitting second in the NFC, one game behind the Eagles. But they beat the Eagles straight up, but they really give them an ass kicking at home. I don't see the Eagles. I see the Eagles losing one or two more games before the season's out. I don't think the 49ers are really going to lose again. I think the 49ers come out of the NFC. So I'm going to go with the 49ers there. And then you got the Chiefs are sitting in third, but the NFL drastically wants the Chiefs.
I believe you're right with that.
They've had already this year. So I'm going to say either I like the Dolphins, too, coming out this year. The Dolphins are good. But I think the Chiefs are going to get there. I think you're going to have the Chiefs and the 49ers.
I just see the NFL. I'm sorry if I lost you. Can you still see me?
I see you. I see you. Right. I hear you.
I'm sending Joey C. I am sending you into your messenger a link to come on, Joe. So check your messenger. I just sent it. Okay, Joey? Matt C., what's up? Talk to me, Tony. I agree. Steve Esprella, welcome in the house. These are all dear friends of mine. Tony Silo is my co-host for the show for as long as he could stay. Joey C. will be joining us shortly. Another dear friend for over 40-something years. It's none but love and family in this house tonight. I am psyched. Now, Tony, can I give you a little bit of my thoughts?
Go ahead, shoot.
And to the rest of the crew, Maddie, thank you so much for popping in. Steve, nothing but love, guys. Here we go. I'm a diehard Steeler fan. If anybody knows me, knows that. Look, I wore it to wear it. I'm not just going to be a front runner. I'm going to say this, and then this is not out of anger. This is out of just being smart. I'm smart for a change. I'm not acting to be overreactive. Mike Tomlin has lost the locker room. He has never been an good in-game management coach. He's not an excellent as an old guy. He doesn't know when to call timeouts, when not to call timeouts. Look at his tree. Every assistant coach he's hired isn't good. We have one good assistant coach. He's a defensive line coach. His name is Carl Dunbar. Okay? He's a Nick Saban guy. All right? Anybody outside of Dick LeBeau and Bruce Arians who were Bill Cowher's guys. Facts. Look at the Tomlin tree. Have they produced anything? The two good coaches he hired, he lost. Todd Haley, Mike Munchak. I know a little bit about Steeler football. You guys know that know me that are in this chat. It's a disgrace. The records we're breaking are bad ones. They broke NFL history last night. The only team ever in NFL history since the merger to be an over 500 team battling for a playoff spot to lose to back-to-back 10-win-loss teams at this point of the season at home while they're double-digit favorites. They broke the record. Congratulations, Mr. Tomlin. You've lost the locker room. Time for a change. I've been saying it a long time. My family will tell you. Long time. We're going to lose another window of good players. We don't have a quarterback anyway. I'll move on. I won't rant about the Steelers. That's just a little bit. I'm wrong. Let me know. Let me know. I'm all right with it. I love it. I love it. Tony, what do you think?
No, man. I think you're 100% right. You know,
Thank you. When they win, I know you won't agree. That's why I love you, brother.
Well, I'm going to tell you why.
Just to agree.
I'm going to tell you why. When he had Dick LeBeau, he was basically the head coach of the defense. Ben was old enough and mature enough. Ben was old enough and mature enough to be the coach of the offense. He was basically a sideline cheerleader. The guy is not that good of a coach as he's gotten credit for.
So what you're saying
and I think
is Bradshaw was not wrong for saying he's a glorified cheerleader.
No, I think he's a cheerleader. Think about it. Dick LeBeau was respected by everybody on defense. He had every defender. Ben was old enough that he could direct what he had at the time, and he had Hines Wood. Once they had that wackadoo wide
Stevie
receiver
Spray.
there running. What was that kid? Brown?
Right.
You know, when Brown was going around Facebooking from the locker room and he didn't just say that's enough to all of them, there was about 4 or 5 of them involved. You lost right there with the Steelers.
I agree.
And
Tony,
they're still sitting.
Let me tell you what's in the house. Tony, what's your favorite team? Because I'm going to shout out everybody in here, and I personally know who their teams are, so I'm going to let you know. Tony, personally, who do you love? Who do you root for? If you're not betting on the game,
but they suck. I like the Jets, but they suck, and I'll be the first one to tell you that.
We got a Jet fan in the house. We have my friend Stevie Esprella, diehard Cowboy fan, over 40 years I know of. We got Benny Salerno, my brother-in-law. He's been a Colt fan since the Burt Jones days. I got Joey Callahan, who another 40-year-plus friend. I'm going to say Joey. I'm going to guess Joe. Steelers, Steelers, Giants, Jets. You're disgusted with everybody. Redskins, or should I say Commodores. You're disgusted with them all. Joey, if I'm wrong, let me know. Joe, by the way, I sent you that link. I hope you got it. Stevie, talk to me about your Cowboys. Tony, do you remember the Burt Jones era? Do you remember some of the old Colts?
Sure. You had Burt Jones. You had Lydell Mitchell on that team. I mean, you had a good team there back at that time.
Franco Harris, what a backfield.
You know, and people don't understand. I'll tell you a big thing that knocked down sports. Once you came out with all this, you get it? When you got this social media and you got the internet, they all of a sudden every team could be seen. So stars didn't have to sign.
Tony, I'm hearing Roger Carr was on that team.
Roger Carr was a wide receiver over there.
I was in football camp with Mike Ciani.
They had a damn good team, Baltimore, back then with Burt Jones. I remember watching them.
They had to run into my Steelers. I'm sorry, Benny. It's just the way it was.
Well, you also had the Oilers at that time, running second.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with that. I watched the replay all the time. Mike Renfro definitely had 2 feet down, and they should have beat the Steelers that year. Let's be honest.
But not only that, the defensive team for the Steelers crucified Dan Pastorini back there.
Absolutely, we gave him a beating. I got to tell you, I got my man Matt Sweeney. I'm a 3rd generation. I'm going to put this one up, Matt. I'm going to put this one up. I'm a 3rd generation Giant fan, but love the old school team. Always pull for the Jets, Bills, Colts, Steelers, Raiders, Bears. Sounds like you're a historian. Tony, Joey, Steve, Benny. He went to St. Francis Prep. What do you think about that? All our guys went to Cross. Prep was the enemy. Well, I don't want to say the enemy. Miss Jen Silo was in the house. Welcome aboard, Miss Silo. It is a pleasure to have you, Jen. Thank you. Anybody that's with Tony, to be married to him or with him is good enough for me. Welcome aboard.
I tell you, man, we got a lot of good people in here. What's up, brother?
Man, listen, I'm just so happy to be talking sports, Tony. I heard you the other day. You have the juices were flowing, and I know you know your X's and O's, and I just love it, man. I love it. This is what it's all about.
Well, I tell you one thing we do have. We got a good hockey team in New York this year, I heard the Rangers are smoking.
Benny Salerno says that's right. Yeah, we got, well, you know, I don't know if my crew, I'm a huge Flyer fan, and I've become, as I'm getting more disgusted with the Steelers, I find myself, I don't know how this happens. I know, Tony, you must be saying, how did I become all these Pennsylvania teams? Well, it starts with the 70s, right? Growing up in the 70s, playing ball, you know, I guess call us front runners, whatever. I wore, you know, I like the bad teams. The Steelers were dirty or they were nasty. They played hard, so I love the uniform. So they were winning Super Bowls, so I rooted for them. The Flyers won a couple of Stanley Cups. They were always fighting. I rooted for them. Penn State, we had a paternal that lived in the building. My father, we had no choice. You root for the Italian guy. That's how it went. You know, I became a Penn State fan. The only New York teams, I'm a diehard Yankee fan. I love the Knicks, but a diehard Yankee fan. And Tony, who do you like in baseball, Tony?
I'm a Yankee fan, and but you know what? I don't.
In the house. Couple of Mets fans in the house. That's all right. They're my boys. I love them. And I'm not 20 anymore, so we're not banging out in bars anymore over the Mets and Yankees. That's for sure. I do remember one thing. the argument, Tony. This was always a good argument that Ray Ordonez. I'll never forget. I had one of my brother-in-laws back then, Sal. He used to argue with me, and even my brother-in-law Benny, who's in the show right now, live on Mitchell, he's mentioning, will laugh at this, and Steve's gonna laugh at this. Do you remember when Sal used to argue with me that Ray Ordonez was better than Derek Jeter? Does anybody remember that argument? I mean, and we were crazy. We like ready to fist fight over these shit. And get a couple in you, and before you know, you're slugging it out over two guys that don't know you. Am I right?
I agree, but you know what? I'm gonna say something to you.
Defensively,
Derek Jeter had a long career, but you put him in a pirate uniform, he's a good name. That's about it.
Yeah, really, huh, Tom?
Come on, man. Listen. Alex Rodriguez was definitely better than him.
Oh, physically, no doubt.
I think the guy who came up with them too. I don't know if he played shortstop in the majors. I think he went to the Red Sox and became a second baseman. He was just as good as him, if not better. I forgot his name right now. Jeter was the captain of the most famous team ever in Major League Baseball. That don't hurt that you're a bigger star than you are. That's about the way I look at it. I'm not saying he wasn't a good player. I don't think he was as great as everybody says.
My boy Joey C is saying he likes San Francisco 49ers and Philadelphia. I think he's trying to tell me that they're going to maybe the championship game. And my boy Stevie Estrella, who is a huge Dallas Cowboy fan, I know he's not liking that. Joey, I know you're not a Cowboy fan. I was just trying to lock in who particularly you rooted for with that one team. I thought as kids, not because you played for the College Point Redskins, I thought you were a Redskin fan. I really did.
Cowboys just seem to find a way to lose.
You trust Dak enough?
Do I? I don't trust Dak at all.
Whoa, Steve, you hear that? You don't trust Dak at all.
Well, what has Dak done? What has Dak done in the playoffs? Forget about the regular season.
Up to now?
Yep.
Yeah, my answer says it all. Yeah, that's what I say. Cinnamon Girls in the house. Up to now, I think Dak Prescott in the playoffs has been basically Lamar Jackson. Hasn't won a big game. Hasn't won playoff games, period.
Okay, so now you take this kid, Lamb, who's their wide receiver.
Right.
I seen him in 2 big college bowl games. Once he gets touched really hard, he fades. You're going to have a problem. They got a good defense, but their defense still has a tendency to let up points every once in a while.
Dave T from Boston, welcome to the house. Hey, Tony Silo, we got Dave T from Boston in the house.
What's up, Dave? How are you, buddy?
I got a good co-host with me tonight, guys. Maddie, I'm so happy. Cinnamon Girl. Oh, my man is on, my man.
What's going on, brother? I got you.
Listen, man, we just shooting the breeze. Oh, this comes natural, man. That other stuff we talk, whatever. This is true love. This is true passion. Tony, I got so much chat. You might need help. I don't know if you can see the whole chat. I'm trying to keep up.
I can see it when I go.
Tommy Stick says I got to get better with reading the chat, so I'm trying here. I'm trying.
All right, I tell you what we do. Give me a second. Let's get to the chat for a second here. Let's see what we got.
All right, Joey Callahan says, Joey, I'm going to put that up. Joe, I'm learning, baby. Joey C says, if Dak plays at this level, they can make some noise and play good. I'm gathering DD Lamb can run. What do you think?
Okay, how about this? Ifs don't count. It's what you do, and that's the problem. Dak has had plenty of years now, guys. You keep a lot. Listen, they find ways to lose. That's the end of the game now. I'm sorry. They can't play with San Francisco's defense. There's no way. I watched San Francisco and Philadelphia the other day. They would remind me of the Steelers and the Ravens. They remind me of the Steelers and the Ravens in that game. They were beating the shit out of each other. I don't see Dallas getting into that type of game. They only got 2 guys who would be willing to go back and forth, scrubbing, and then get back into play. Dallas has to do it one time in a big game, and they can't. They just haven't done it yet.
I kind of agree with that. I do believe Dak's going to have to prove he can win a big game. I do believe that. No different. And it's not because I'm a Steeler fan. I think Lamar has to prove, everybody on the Ravens bandwagon, I think Lamar's got to prove he can throw outside the numbers.
Ravens are
Without
great.
Andrews, what does he do? Now, he's got a lot of weapons this year, so what's the excuse? They got to go further than one wild card game.
Yeah, but the other part of that is how much can Lamar Jackson go once he gets past one game, maybe? He's another guy.
So far, it hasn't been much, right?
I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Nah, and nah, I don't think the Ravens. The thing is, can the Dolphins stay healthy? If the Dolphins can stay healthy, you got to match them with numbers.
They got a powerhouse offense. I think you're right, Tone, when it comes to the Dolphins' explosiveness. What I worry about the Dolphins, and again, not worried, not my team, but like if I would be like a gambler or somebody that had love for the Dolphins as my poster falls down, I would say I'm concerned about the Dolphins against teams over 500, and what are they going to do outdoors in January? Again, that could be a common thing that anybody could say, but
all right. But Craig, hold on a second. Watch this. Craig, watch this. You got in the AFC. Watch this. You got the Dolphins and the Colts. Okay, would be the first Dolphins and Texans, right? Not really. The Dolphins would have a bye. It looks like until the AFC, they would have to play at home right now. What kind of cold weather are they going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, right now they're at home game. They'd be locked in, right?
Okay, so if you look at it right now on paper, the only teams you got to worry about that are cold, forget about the Browns. They're getting knocked out of there. Even if the Colts stay alive, indoor game. Texans, indoor game. Chiefs and Ravens, they got to have to play each other, so eliminate one of those teams, right?
Right.
They might have to play a cold game, but I don't think the Chiefs are going to catch them right now. The Dolphins have too easy of a schedule.
I got you.
Okay, so they don't get the.
Mike F., welcome to the club, brother. So happy to have you, Mikey. So happy you guys are popping in, man, for a sports show. This is not normally what I do, but this is my true passion. I know Tony and everybody that's in this chat must love talking ball, and this is really it. Great question here from my brother-in-law here. What do you think about this one, guys? What about Dan Campbell? Comes from great stock. Bill Parcells tree. Sean Payton tree. What do you think about
Boston College?
Are we concerned about them outdoors? We're concerned about Jared Goff? Are there any concerns there?
Well, here's the problem. They're going to have to play either the Eagles or 49ers to get to the Super Bowl because they're an odd team, okay? So you look at this. Forget about the Eagles right now. They're in first. I think it's either the Eagles or 49ers. So at best, the Lions are going to come in third unless they skip over and win a game, okay? So the Lions are going to be in the final couple of games. They're definitely going to get past the wild card. But when they lost that game a couple of weeks ago, I don't even know who the hell it was to. An easy team they should have won. Who did they lose to? Who?
No. Listen, what are you saying? Well, come back with that, and I'll tell you. One of my guys will say it, or I'll tell you. What was the question?
The Lions lost a couple of weeks ago at home to a team they should have beat.
Green Bay hammered them right on Thanksgiving Day?
Yes. You can't lose that game. I think so. I'm not sure. That I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I know that.
Give me a minute. I'll find out.
Lost it. Yeah, I think it was. Hey, Gianni, what's up, my brother? We talk a little ball here, brother. We talk a little NFL, but we're gonna move around. But I think it was the Packers that hammered them on Thanksgiving Day. I could be wrong.
I'm looking it up right now. Give me a minute.
Yeah, Tommy Stiggs was in the house a little earlier. He had a bounce. Tommy Stiggs back in the house. Tommy, what's up, my brother?
Tommy Stiggs, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, you looking good. Look at Tommy. I know if you're listening, Mod on. Look at that jacket. Wow. Look at the hanky. I gotta tell you, bro. GQ's waiting, Cap. GQ was waiting.
He had the pimp suit on.
Gianni, I know you prefer Italian, so I'll try to remember whatever my grandmother taught. Hey, ci vediamo, dove go Hey, Dave T. Dave, besides us having laborers in common, Mike F., Dave T., who's your team? I know you're from Boston. Is it basic? Is it definitely the Patriots, or is it possible you could like in New York you could have another team? What do you think, Dave? It was the Packers, he said, that beat Detroit, I'm gathering, and it was Jordan Love that did it. That's what he's saying, with love. Dave, who's your team?
Okay.
Dave?
That's not good.
Yeah, I think that's a problem. Are we going to say that was a letdown or that shouldn't happen?
No, that shouldn't happen, especially on a big
All right,
stage
Tommy.
like Thanksgiving. You
And
shouldn't let that happen on this Thanksgiving Day. You finally can show that you belong and you lose. No good.
Thank you, Mike.
No good.
My passion.
And I like the Lions. I like the Lions.
Yeah, I love Campbell.
But,
I love when it's introductory press conference. And when we're down, we're going to bite their kneecaps. I love all that shit because we played for coaches that used to talk that crazy stuff. I love it. And I coach that way. You know, we're never going to give up. You know, you're going to fight the whole Newt Rockney shit. But that's the real shit. Matt Sweeney, you still out there, Matt? You got anything? I'm trying to get everybody on board. Let me give my man a little love here. Let me give my man here a little love. Tony, your guy.
Who's that? Hey, Mike F. What's up, buddy? How are you?
How about this guy, Tone? You know Gianni? That's your guy.
My man, Gianni. What's going on, brother?
We just want to give everybody a shout out, show some love. Look who's in the house, Tone.
Who we got? We got Gianni. We got Mike. We got Dave T.
Look who's on the board. Cinnamon Girl.
Cinnamon Girl. What's going on, sweetie? How are you?
Nothing but love, man. You got to love this. You got to love this, man. There's nothing but love. Come on, man. We're talking sports here,
great.
and we're getting nothing but love. Thank you so much. The Giants got Tommy DeVito. His backup is Freddie Hankin. Oh, boy. We got somebody taking a shot. He's a Cowboy fan. I got to let the world know, Stevie, you're a big Cowboy fan, and he's talking about the Giants. So if there's any Giant fans out there that want to get at him, even though he's my guy, go ahead, get at his ass.
Well, here's the problem. The Giants suck. Dallas hasn't done anything. So I think I'd rather have the Giants payroll than the Dallas payroll and not be in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. But figure this. I'm looking at this right now. Do you realize your Steelers, if they didn't lose to these two bullshit teams? Wait a minute. You know your Steelers would be in 5th place right now if they didn't lose these two bullshit games?
Imagine. That's why it's even like a worse disgrace on what a horror show this guy is.
How about, let's look at this.
A horror show.
The Steelers aren't that far out of this, all right?
No,
but he can't coach them. He can't coach them. Forget about catching the Ravens.
Tony. We got to have, and it's got to be like my ex-brother. I mean, come on, Benny, you can't put this up right now. The Mets, we got to hear this. I got to hear this. He's bringing back flashbacks for me.
What does Dex Dallas care about a fight?
We would
Dex Dallas.
Evergreens all banged up, arguing over the Mets and Yankees. He's laughing right now. I know the son of a bitch is. Look, laugh out loud. He's laughing out loud because he knows we used to get out of control when I would stand up on the bar and shuffle off the Buffalo after I had one too many cocktails.
How about this guy, Dex? Dex really cares.
Wow,
you think
I'm pumped up now.
You think I care about Dominic Sicali? Dominic Sicali could come suck something. Come on now.
Who said that? Where is that, Tony?
Dex.
We got a troll?
I got kicked out of Dominic Sicali.
Well, I know.
No, I think Dex is all right.
Listen, I got permission, Tony. Somebody told me in a conversation today on the phone that he's been coined the chicklet. I didn't ask why. So I was going to do a story tonight, but we're talking sports tonight. But I have a very good, Tony, upcoming.
Mix it in. Mix it in.
I don't want to get into it, and I'm going to clean up a story that he mentioned that I personally have knowledge of firsthand, and I'm going to clean it up a little bit. That's for another time, very soon. Let's talk sports tonight, though. Dave, I want to know, who do you root for in the NFL, Dave T? Is it the Patriots? Because Belichick again slapped the shit out of Mike Tomlin with a much inferior team, in my opinion. He just outcoached him up and down all day. And the problem is he gets outcoached by everybody. Everybody.
Uh-oh. Timeout. Look who's in the chat. Antonio Gatto. What's up, Tony?
Hey, Pops. He's on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, I have one of my sons in the chat, Mr. Antonio Gatto, a father of 2 of my beautiful grandchildren. That is saying it nicely. That is my boy. I love him, so I'm going to be a little partial, but he knows Pops is no joke. I keep it real, like with everybody. But he was given the Steeler gene and the Yankee gene, so he's going to fight hard that way. Good, bad, or indifferent, we stay with our squads. He's also a Flyer fan. Joey, I know you hate to hear that, how we become Flyer fans. He's a Penn State fan. You know, like my father gave me certain things, you just went with it. That's you know, it was handed down. And I grew up, as you guys know, like Tony, you know, Joey, Cal knows, Stevie knows, Benny knows, there's so many in here know. I grew up, a half a mile from the old Shea Stadium, Citi Field. The Jets played there, the Mets played there. I'm a Yankee fan and a Steeler fan. I walked to Shea Stadium back in the day. You could walk there, right? I grew up on 149th and Northern. How far is that from Citi Field? That's right there. Right, Tom?
And you're down the road. You're right down the street.
I mean, from my building, I walked to the top of the building. You look right at Shea Stadium. We used to watch the fireworks display for free. You know?
Yeah, that 4th of July fireworks was loud.
At the other people. God rest his soul. Crazy Joe.
Yo, Antonio, I haven't seen you lately. Hold on, Antonio, I haven't seen you lately, yo. But congratulations on them children, Antonio.
Oh, Tony, my buddy Joey Callahan must know that you're a Ranger fan. You must have said something. He's saying, "Let's go Rangers."
Hey, man, always been a Ranger, always will be a Ranger guy, and I hate to say it. I'm looking at it right now.
Right? Tony, hockey
it was.
Loves, right?
Yeah, God rest his soul. My son played.
Thank you for coming in.
Well, I got bad news for you guys. The Rangers are 7 points ahead of the Flyers right now.
That's bad news. You know what, though? I got to say this, and you know this, you know, I don't want to. This is the one area I'm really immersing myself in, and that's hockey. And I love the fact that the Flyers are that rebuilding type team, and they're trying to grind. And I know I've heard, you know, Tortorella like Rex Ryan, you know, the voice will get drowned out after a while. But I got to tell you, they play hard every night. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, you want your teams to win. But at least they're playing hard. But they're not at the Ranger level. That was exposed the other night.
No, hold on a second. Is that Vinny? Wait a minute. Is that Vinny Pagano?
Vinny Pags is in the house.
Listen to me, little Vinny. What's going on, my man?
Look who you're looking at, Vinny Pags.
What's up, Vinny?
Vinny Pags.
Oh, my boys are here.
The best team in hockey, Vinny Pagano. I'm not going to hit the Rangers again. I can't talk my Flyer shit. I'm going to put, you know what? God. This boy is family. He's loved. He goes up on the board, Tony. What do you think? Vinny Pags goes on the board?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's my boy. That's my boy. There it is right there. Papa Sibs. I love that kid.
I love Vinny since he's a young man. Tony, oh, gosh.
I'm going to see you kids in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be out.
Here, man. This is awesome, man. This is great.
Look at what he said.
Dave T.
This
is my passion, guys. Talking ball. I'm sorry if I'm off screen. I'm a crazy dude. I'm all over the joint. I don't mean to be. I wish I could sit still. You know, I got that AD, double H, triple D, whatever they call it. You know, I try to stay still, man. I'm trying. Let me sit back. I won't get so pumped up talking ball here. Matt Sweeney, you still in the house? Wait, I'm getting a lot of Dak stuff here. I'm getting some Dak stuff here. I don't know.
What Dak?
Dex Dallas talking Redskins. I'm not sure who this is. And then I got Matt. All right. Damn, Craig, you got the makings of a big defensive line here tonight. All monsters of the midway. Thank you, Matty. We got a lot of guys with a lot of knowledge in this house. That's for sure. That's right, Matty. Matty, you're a solid dude, bro. We talk a lot, man. Dave T, I could go through the whole list, man. Thank you all for being here tonight. I mean, this was last second. I didn't think anybody.
Time out.
Dave,
time out. Time out.
Dave, you belong up on that screen. Come on, man. I want to show love to everybody. And by the way, just give me a second. I got to shout out these other shows that have helped me, whether it be from helping get subscribers my way, helping somebody watch a show, helping me with editing, any little thing. New York Crime Spot, Chapman and Stacks, Tommy Stiggs, Hard Truth Reviews, all those guys. Darkness Underneath Podcast with Quentin. My man Brett from New York City Crime Spot. Just some good dudes, man. Some good dudes that tried to help me along the way. They gave me Larry Rolla, Jimmy DeModica. Jimmy's good people. Jimmy calls me over. We talk. We have great conversations. We're going to do good things. Jimmy's a football guy. Jimmy's going to be pissed that I didn't let him know about tonight. I was hoping a lot of people don't get the notifications I'm finding out. There's nothing I can do. If you sub, you're supposed to get notifications. I hear a lot of people aren't getting them. I don't know what YouTube plays. Tonio's saying he can't hear me, but I'm here. I don't know why. So can everybody else hear me, or is there a problem? Can you guys hear me?
I hear you perfectly.
You hear me good, Tom?
I hear you perfect, 100%.
Pat, can you hear me? Dave T, can you hear me? Dex, can you hear me? Joey C, Matt, you guys hear me? Gonna go to new comments, see if everybody can hear me, man. All right. I'm gonna blow. Hey, Vinny, should I blow him up? Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Joey Blunt, welcome to the house. I'm gonna say something about Joey Blunt in a minute. Joey Blunt, Vinny Pack, should I blow up where Antonio is, my son, right now, so we can all get a good laugh? I'm only kidding. That's my boy. You know what? But if I could break everybody else's. Vinny, can I put it up? Give me a thumbs up. Let me put it up.
Come on, Vinny.
Vinny wants me to put it up. All right, my son Antonio is being respectful, like a good man that he should be. Right? His wife is a dance teacher, my daughter-in-law, and she's good at it. And they have a beautiful school. And Antonio, with my lovely grandchildren, his children, my granddaughter and grandson, he is at a dance recital sitting in the upper deck trying to conversate with Pops and the rest of the crew. So that's probably Vinny Pagano's dying laughing. Hey, look what Vinny said, Tony. Guys,
what he said?
My son's best friend, like a brother to him, says.
And Vinny almost choked on a fucking raisin.
Joey Blunt, you never have to be sorry about nothing. Are you kidding me? I'm happy you're here, brother. Let me say this. If anybody's in the measure, and I'm not here, you guys know I ain't trying to sell a thing. We're here. There's all friends here, man. This chat is all friends. If anybody is in the metropolitan area or ever.
Vinny, I'm going to see you soon, baby.
Anybody in the boroughs ever needs a car fixed, anything mechanically, Joey Blunt is the guy. You reach out to me. Nobody will give you a better price. I'm plugging him because he deserves it. Nobody will give you a better number and do the right thing. And do the right thing. I vouch for him. You need your car work done. And I know the mechanic thing. I got a guy. Nobody wants to go to a new guy. I got that. I get it. Give the kid a shot. You ever need something done, he gets it done at a price that it'd be hard to believe because he has ways to do things the right way. He's just good at what he does.
And if it's unfixable.
Oh, you thought we had Vinny Pazienza in the house. Tony, Dave T thought we had Vinny Pazienza in the house.
Nah, that's my nephew.
Hey, sure,
I tell you what, though. Yeah, Vinny's a good friend of mine. I tell you what we do, though. If you cannot fix the car through Joe and it's unaffordable, give us a call anyway, and we might be able to help you almost get full value for that car. No, I'm only kidding.
You had to know there was going to be some ribbon with this crew. Cinnamon Girl, what's happening, Cinnamon Girl? Talk to me, Cinnamon Girl. What's happening? Everybody good? We got somebody putting up the College Point Redskins. We got where's my man? All right, my Benny telling me I got ADHD. Definitely, he's correct.
Vinny Paz is the man.
We got Vinny Pag saying, I say the Kings right now are the top team all around in the NHL. Anybody got any feedback on that? We're bouncing. I love it. I love it. Keep it
Let me see
coming.
what the Kings are. I
A
still
lot
got
of
the board
energy
up.
in the room tonight. I love it. Sports will do that shit. We got Maddie. Maddie saying this is a lot of fun. You might get me watching Pro Bowl again. I don't know. That's become flag football. Maybe worse. That's worse than two-hand Dutch, the Pro Bowl. Maddie, what do you think?
Army
Dave
is
T.
not going to beat Navy, Mike. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tony, so far we've been lucky. No trolls in the house, you know? Maybe I'm not big enough yet. Thank God. Good. Maybe that's the best way to
Give
be.
it 2 weeks. After we do
We
that
don't
other
have to
show,
handle it.
forget it.
It's
After we do
coming,
that
Tony.
other
You're
show,
telling me it's coming?
after we do that show with the other guy, we're gonna have a lot of
It's
trolls.
coming.
Don't worry about it. We're
That's
gonna
all
have
right.
plenty of backup. Plenty of backup.
Look, by the way, guys, this is a comment from Joey Blunts, who's a 5-borough guy who's here, and here's what he has to say. My thing is to help people save money on mechanical work. And when I tell you guys he can help you save money and do the right job, trust me, he can. He can. Otherwise, he wouldn't be on the board and I wouldn't put it up. All right, somebody's asking Joey C., who's my guy, who is the best? Ooh, good question. Tony Silo, you want to take this? Vinny Pags, Maddie, anybody, Mike F., anybody want to jump on this? I got an answer, but I want my crew to answer it.
I hate to say it, I got to go with Georgia. I liked Florida State until the quarterback got hurt. Michigan
Right, what do you think
choked
about Georgia not making it to the playoffs? Imagine that. Because Alabama beat them in the championship, the SEC.
No, I get it, but
yeah, I think they're the best team. Honestly, I told Joey this on the phone the other day. We were talking about it. I was surprised Georgia not made it, but he made a valid point on. I think it had to do with you couldn't have too many one-loss teams in there, and he believed from Joey's conversation he thought Florida State was overrated, very overrated. They don't play the schedule.
Yeah, but Florida State, if they had their quarterback, Florida State would have definitely been in. And then everybody on the board, everybody said that. I'm going to go with Michigan. And I don't like Michigan.
You're right. This would be perfect for my son. He loves Antonio. You know, he's like his father. He's going to say how great Penn State should be, but we're not. And we're going to blame that on Franklin. And they're happy, like Joey told me, we're happy going to the Sun Bowl every year. Meanwhile, we put 15 guys in the NFL every year and can't get to a playoff game. So there's something wrong there. JC, Joey C says Bama. Nick Saban does it again, he's saying. What do you think?
I don't think so. You got Minnesota, Michigan, and Washington, and then Washington is some big tough team.
You think this kid is for real? What's his name? Penix? You like him?
Yeah, I like him.
You like him? All right. Joey, what do you got?
Alabama screwed up a couple of times too this year with some games. Yeah, I don't trust Alabama right now.
Yeah, that's an old saying my father used to say. Tony, you're probably going to get appreciated at that one on the board. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. My old man used to say that.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll tell you what. The Florida State quarterback going out changed this whole college playoff.
Really?
Yes, without a doubt.
I got a question from Matt. I don't mean to bounce, but I want to get everybody involved here. Matt from the Long Island says, and he's a city guy, a New York City Union guy, like you, Dave. Hey, Dave from Boston. You know Boston Rob from the Survivor Show? Matt from New York City. Dave, if you know him, give us a yay or a nay. I don't know Matt. He's saying I don't know him. Hey, Dave T, big Patriots fan, or you give a shit less?
I know Dave T.
Is Dave T a Patriot fan, Joey? What do you think?
He don't care.
He gives a shit less. Mike F. All right, you know what? We got to get Mikey F on the board, Tony. Right? Right thing here?
Go ahead, put it up.
It's up. He says, of the teams in the playoffs, Michigan is the best. I believe he's saying I'd love to see Washington win it all because, honestly, I agree with him. I can't even look at Jim Harbaugh. But that has to do with a lot of things. But it's not football related, so I got to take that out of the way. I just think he's a fucking creep. You know, anybody that has 18-year-olds sleep over his house and have pajama parties, I find creepy. Maybe it's the Sandusky thing that's got me freaked out, but that's another story. You know, I'm just.
You're talking about the guy from Michigan, the
Yeah, the
Harbaugh?
head coach.
He's out of his fucking mind. He had that college.
They got a great team. Let's face it. I think this could be
He
the
did have the field goal kicker sleeping. He slept at the field goal kicker's house when he was in high school. Get out of here with that guy.
Tony, our boy Joey C says, look, he agrees with you on the quarterback thing. Here, it's up here. Tony, I agree.
So does
about the
Vinny.
quarterback. He says Florida
Vinny
State.
Pags. He said Florida State got snubbed. He was 100% correct.
Oh, they didn't get in?
No, they didn't make it in. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought they got. So who's the four? Wait, I must have had it wrong. So who's the four that got in?
Okay, yeah, I got it. Michigan, Washington, Alabama, and Texas. Alabama
Texas
is four.
got in. Florida
Texas
State
is
got
good.
snubbed. I know Joey C is happy because he felt Florida State shouldn't be in because of the schedule they play. We had this conversation.
Yeah, but guess what? They're undefeated and they're a conference.
They can only beat who's in front of them, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
What do you want them to do? Make up the team that's in front of them? They played what the college division gave them. You only get to pick 3 teams as a college. The rest of the games are put out by college football, NCAA. So Florida State beat what they got.
Yeah, I mean, wait, Joey's saying, I love this shit. I love it. I love it. I just love the give and take. I love it. Dave? Whoa, Matty
What's
says,
Matt
I remember
saying?
years ago when Jack Del Rio got railroaded by head coach over the kneeling bullshit. Really? I remember a lot of coaches. I remember, being a Steeler fan, Alejandro Villanueva, who was an Army Ranger, he came out when the Steelers stayed in the locker room, and he came out and saluted to the flag, and that was a big thing.
Well, I'll tell you what I know about that story. Check this out. A lot of Steelers were talking shit about him until they found out what he did in the military, and nobody would say it to his face because he would have ripped their heads off. That was bullshit. You want to kneel down on the anthem? You should be thrown out.
Agree with it. It makes me. It disgusted me, and it really bad. All right, Vinny Pags has something to say to my son who's at a dance recital.
What's he saying?
Oh, he's saying my son has a little, what has he got, an inside track, Vinny? He knows somebody and you're holding out? Come on, man. You're not telling Pops here? Pops got to make a few shekels, even though he don't gamble no more.
There's a lot of money coming in on one team right now. I can tell you that much already.
Yeah, Tony?
In the Final Four. Michigan's got a ton of money coming in them, and Washington's right behind them.
Wow. All right, we got Tony, somebody, it's got to be somebody that knows you. They're agreeing with you, Tone.
What's going on, Dave T?
He does know college football. Oh, wait, Joey C. Joey put up some. Joey's very not. I got to tell you, everybody in this room has got knowledge. I know that. I knew that going in, and the more names I see, absolutely. Duke, NC State, Wake Forest, and Virginia. What Joey's basically saying here, without even knowing this, is who Florida State has played in their division. Now,
it doesn't matter. That's your division.
Saying, Tony, they only can play who they put in front of them, correct?
Correct.
Right? You can only play what's on the schedule.
You can't make a division up, buddy.
I got you.
Exactly. You go back and look at some of Alabama's. Go back. Yeah, they have all of them. That's in their division. But you can't say, listen, NC's a solid team. NC State's had solid teams. Virginia's had solid teams. Duke, forget about it. They're a basketball team.
Vinny Pagano just put up LSU. Are they a year or two away from being a powerhouse again? I know this quarterback's good. I like this kid, Jaden Daniels. I'll tell you that.
I think LSU is a team next year. Yeah, I think they'll be good next year.
Joe, are they regrouping, Joe C? Dex, are you still in the house? I don't know. It's hard to tell. We're up to 13 people. Hey, man, for me, we're doing good. Trust me, guys. I'm happy with that. A sports talk. Joey Blunt's. I know you told me that wasn't your thing. I do love the fact that you came in, Joe. Thank you so much. Vinny Pags, a pleasure to always have you here. Mike F., you know what?
Hey, wait a minute. You know what? Mike F. just hit it on the head. That's exactly who Clemson. That's exactly who Clemson beat when they got in and won. Nobody said that about Clemson.
Right. If you're in the ACC, that's who you're beating. I gather you got a point there. Let's see if Joey responds to that. Look, Joey is adamant. And you know what? We're talking, look, we're dealing with a Italian-Irish guy who's got a head like a brick. Trust me, guys. When he's convicted on something, Tony's like us, he's convicted. I mean, he's only speaking his mind, but that's what makes this right. This is what makes this great, you know. We can all have opinions, and, you know, God gave us, you know, that. You know, we have, those are the two things. I don't have to repeat them, right? We have two of them, opinions and you know what. But anyway, we all have those. But it makes the world go round. We all have an opinion on why, what, and it's good. Now we got one here. I don't know what Vinny's saying here. Yeah, man. If Jordan,
I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying. Vinny is saying that Alabama got into the fourth place on a 31-yard field goal that Billy got there and shouldn't have got there. He's absolutely right. Alabama should not be in this playoff. No shot. I mean, Alabama is the only team that loses and jumps ahead of an undefeated team.
Matty,
that's ridiculous.
The head coach was a former pro. Matty's funny. I don't know if I'm going to put this up. I love it. Oh, Benny's still going with the Wolverine thing. Matty, this is great. I got to laugh. This is just the way it's written. The head coach was a former pro Hispanic. Matty, you want to clean that up for me?
What?
Oh my God! Hey, listen, I've been called gay my whole life, so I love it. I don't mind, man. We got thick skin growing up in the 70s. I think we got fucking used to it. Man, I gotta tell you, it's fun. I don't want to get into this. Guinea WAP, it never bothered me. You know what bothered me? White boy probably bothered me more than any one of them. A cracker.
Who gives a fuck?
I mean, it means nothing. What does it mean? It means nothing. None of it. So this is all cool, man. It's all good. Oh, Vinny Pagano, here we go. Tony, your boy. He's talking about Louisville now. What's going on here? Vinny.
All right, Vinny, this ain't a basketball game. We're talking about football.
Villanova, boy. Oh, wait, here he goes. He's not going to stop with his Rangers. He won't stop, Tony.
Vinny, I'm with you, kid.
He's not going to stop.
Talking about these fucking Rangers.
Listen, Vinny came on here to stick it to me good tonight. Trust me. I'm telling you, I love him to death. He is sticking it to me good. And I know Joey Callahan is laughing right now because I'm getting tortured with the Rangers.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to agree with Vinny, and I love Vinny as much as you love Vinny. If that kid Travis is in, if this kid Travis didn't bust his leg, forget about it. Florida State would be in it and might win it.
Can everybody?
I don't care who they played.
Tony in the house. Everybody, you got to be. She's on the board. Roro G is solid people, great people. Roro, welcome. We're talking sports tonight. We wanted to loosen it up a little bit, so everybody's just talking about their teams, who they love, who they like. We're arguing over who's good, who ain't. It's just we're shooting the breeze, lighting it up. Roro, thank you so much for popping in. You're awesome. I always tell you that. What's
up, bro?
TP is in the house. T, you still a Commodore? Well, I hate saying the word Commodore. Redskins. I can't say Commodores, man. It sounds terrible. Are you a Redskin fan?
All right, wait. Time out. Craig, we got to talk hockey for Vinny.
All right, let's go hockey. We'll go hockey for a while.
Let's go to the hockey.
Let's go. Start it off. Vinny. Going hockey, boys. Go ahead.
Vinny, I know you like the Kings, but the Kings got my team, Vegas Golden Knights, out there, and I'm also a big Ranger fan. So come on, kid. You want to talk about it? Let's go. You're not a kid. You're always going to be a kid to me.
He's calling Vinny Pags out. Vinny, you heard what he said, Vin. What do you got for him?
Talk to me, Vinny. Vinny likes the Kings from what I see here.
Oh, Dave T's got something to say. That's totally ridiculous, Tony. It's bullshit the way they pick these teams, how they go, and how they don't. can go undefeated like FSU. I'm sorry, we're going college football again. I'm just saying for what Dave T said. Same shit with the Irish last year. By the way, my boy JC is a huge Notre Dame fan. But we said we were going to go hockey for a while. Oh, here we go.
Well, let's answer Dave. Answer Dave.
Look what
Dave,
it says.
you're absolutely right.
80s. Go ahead.
Dave T's absolutely right. Florida State has a quarterback. He got hurt, but they're still undefeated. They should be in. End of story. All right, Matt. Rangers in the 70s and 80s? What are you watching? What are you, a Ron Duguay fan? Forget about Barry. Barry broke his shoulder and never came back after $15 million fucking dollars.
Oh, wait, look what Vinny's saying. Tony, this is for you.
What? Yeah, they're 11-0 on the road, but they're still 4 points. But Vinny, they're still 4 points behind Vegas. I'm with you. I like the Kings, but I like Vegas a little better.
He's also saying the Avalanche.
Nah, I don't. The Avalanche ain't gonna win this year. Where are the Avalanche? Let's see this.
Tony,
the
look
Avalanche.
Who's in the house. And Vito the Pitbull. What's going on?
Vito.
Vito.
Did you get that stuff I sent you today, Vito?
Vito the Pitbull. Gisavajan. Satabon. How are we, guys? What's happening, boys? Hey, Vito, I hope you're enjoying the sports talk here. We're relaxing. Mike F., all the boys are in the house with a couple of my friends mixed in from the neighborhood. We're talking hockey, arguing college football, pro football. Dindo, who's your team, Dindo? I know you're a Bills guy. You're up in Buffalo.
Well, Dindo's a big Buffalo.
Dindo and Vito the Pitbull, reality report, welcome. Dave T. Dave T's got something for you, Dindo. Cinnamon Girl got something for you, Dindo. Mike F. got something for you, Dindo.
What do you say to him? I want to say something to Dindu. Dindu, welcome to the chat, but aren't your Buffalo Bills just 4 games out of the wild card?
Oh, man. I really, I'm glad you brought up the Bills. I wish we could get Dindu. I wish I knew how to send a link. I'd love to have freaking Dindu jump on right now. I want to say something about the Bills. Somebody argue with me if I'm wrong here. Do you believe, and Tom, I see you up there, buddy. I'm going to get you on the screen a second here. I want to make a quick point about what I think Buffalo has done wrong. Matter of opinion. I would say I've heard GMs talk about this off the record, on the record. Former GMs that I respect, and the Bill Polians of the world, the Pat Kerwins, evaluators. They feel Josh Allen has been kind of ruined. I'll say what I mean by ruined. No, he's still productive, but I think shortly Josh Allen will break down the way Cam Newton broke down. Big guy, huge, takes way too many hits, and he will break down if he isn't starting to show that already. I do believe as well they did not maximize their potential with the window they have. They don't run the football. So all they did was make this kid throw the ball 50 times or have run plays designed for the quarterback. So he's always taking shots. He's always getting hit in the ear hole. It weighs on you. I don't care how big you are. It weighs on the body. If somebody comment on that, please.
There's no shot, man. The guy takes way too much hit for a quarterback.
Joey, anybody got something to say about Josh Allen getting hit too much? Thank you very much, Evan. Nice guy, Brian. Thank you so much. I think I might have subbed back to you, brother. If I didn't, I will. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to Tommy Stiggs for coming aboard. Thank you so much. We all try to make it one family here, man. We all try to make it one family and try to help each other out, as I've learned, and I continue to learn. Thank you so much. This is a relaxing night, a night of relaxing, so we're talking sports. And it usually turns into, if we were in a bar, it's a good chance somebody would be chucking a beer across the bar. But we're too old for that now. But all right.
This
Matt.
kid, Josh Allen.
Yeah. What do you think, Tom?
Josh Allen reminds me of Randall Cunningham. He really does. What's this guy got?
Wait,
Old friend of mine, Jimmy. Go ahead. What you got?
He's saying Tony kicking Dane do when he's down.
Oh, come on. They put all that money into the. Look at this. They got the linebacker turning himself in. They got the quarterback getting his ass kicked. Cops called on him. Nah,
This is
forget
really
about
going to piss you guys off, you and Vinny Pags. You ready? Here it goes. We got a new family member, Evan, the nice guy, Brian. Go, Leafs, go. Tommy Stiggs is back in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Joseph Gatto, my nephew. Jojo, I love you, buddy. I'm so happy you're here. The pit bull you see on there, Tony, that's my nephew, my brother Joey's kid.
Hey, Tony, I know your dad, buddy.
Joseph.
I knew your dad. Good man.
We had a very memorable moment at Doopy's Field while you were on the field. But anyway, Tony can
tell that story
if he wants to.
Hey, Craig. Craig, time out.
Tony,
I was at the memorial.
If you want to tell that story, go right ahead. Tommy Stakes, thank you for popping back in. I know you go out on a Friday night. Man, this is awesome. I'm talking what I love, man. We're all talking our passion here, man. Joe, I love you so much. By the way, that pit bull is Capone. He is the man. Tony, tell that story if you don't mind.
Well, hold on a second. You got me in trouble at Memorial Field.
I know. I was everybody in trouble. Maybe I should get in trouble.
I was the kind of parent that was
I've been in trouble too much too. So let's pick somebody else to get in trouble. Oh, I got a guy. I'm going to put a name up. Let's get this guy in trouble. Nah, then that would be wrong. Then I don't want to be the chicklet. No, the fucking chicklet. Excuse my language. The chicklet gets people in trouble. We don't do that. We get in trouble on our own. All right. So, but we were not going to go there. Okay. Well, Vinny Pag says this about. Vinny hasn't commented on our new family member talking about the Leafs being the team to beat. Look at this, Matt. Matt saying hello to my nephew Joseph. That's beautiful. Thank you, Matty. Joseph, not because he's my nephew, stand up, love him to death like a son, love him so much. I love all you guys, everybody that's in this room. I mean that, man. I mean that. I can't say that word unless I mean it. I know it might sound hard to believe. Anybody that gives their time to want to hear me talk or us talk, Tony, myself, the chat, you put your time in and want to hear this. Come on. How could you not respect that? Vinny Pag's still going on about the Avalanche. Tony, what do you say about this?
The Avalanche stuff.
I'm confused.
Vinny is like Anthony used to be. Vinny's going to break down the whole NHL, and by the time we do that, forget about this.
I get what he's doing.
It ain't happening this year. It's either going to be the Rangers.
His bets here, though, Tony? Vinny, are you hedging your bets here in case the Rangers crap out?
Well, so far he's had the Kings, the Avalanche. You want to pick 2 more teams? Fangul. I mean, really, what do you got going on here, Ben? Right now, Vinny's looking at the sports record.
Any hockey? Tom, any hockey crews you like? Mike F says he agrees with us, Tony, on the Josh taking too many hits. I hope Dindu's not too upset. But I'm just calling it the way it is.
Don't care.
The way he broke down Cam Newton, same size. They used to run him on what they call I-lead draws, and they keep running him on these I-leads. You know, no fullback protection, no blockers in front. Once he clears the lineman, he's getting the ear hold. He's getting hit by 3 guys, 4 guys, and, hips, knees, back, helmet. He's taking shots that are uncalled for. And they're running him probably 15 times a game. I don't know if it's calmed down at all. But you had good backs there. You have a good back there now. Why aren't we feeding the guy his ball? I don't know why he's.
I'll tell you what. Forget about Randall Cunningham. Big Ben, until he stopped running and taking all that abuse, he wasn't winning shit.
Yep.
As soon as they tailored it around him being able to stay in the pocket and go a little bit left, that's when they won. This kid's got too much freedom because they need to change the fucking coach in Buffalo.
Well, I don't like McDermott. I'm being honest. And, the same way I said about Tomlin earlier, I think McDermott has overdoed his time there. And Dorsey was just the scapegoat, no different than Canada, who was terrible and needed to go. But Tomlin, it starts with Tomlin. I said it before. I'll say it again. Keep the defensive line coach, Carl Dunbar, Nick Saban guy, Rex Ryan guy. What is the best part of the Pittsburgh Steelers is that defensive line year in, year out. starting with Watt, Cam Hayward across the board. Everybody else got to go. Got to go, and it should have started 5 years ago. But
Absolutely.
what do I know? I'm just a guy from Queens.
Yeah, but you got to understand something. And guys, please understand, neither one of us are racist. It's hard to fire a black coach that won a Super Bowl. End of story.
But those were cowards.
It's that simple.
And I'm all. And I was.
What's that?
I was a Coach T kind of guy. Like I love the rah-rah stuff in the first 6 years. But honestly, let's face it. That team he won the Super Bowl with, 96% was drafted by Cowher. The coaching staff was a Cowher staff.
100%, and that's what I'm saying. At some point, you got to remember something, though.
All right, we can't. We're not allowed to
I
say
get it, but I understand that. But
no,
let's not even say the color, the race.
It's a shame
he
that
shouldn't be the coach.
Comes into play. It's a shame that comes into play because anybody that ever put on a uniform knows your brothers are your brothers, man. You wear the same jersey, the same helmet. That is not even a thought in the huddle of what nationality your center is, your wide receiver, what color he is. You're one. But the media makes it this way.
Agreed. But you know what? You got Eric Bieniemy out there, a genius of an offensive coordinator.
Eric Bieniemy, you know what? And I only heard this, and I can't say that I heard it from an insider. I only heard it from somebody that I respect, and his name is Pat Kerwin, who and Mike Lombardi. They're insiders. They're guys that had GM jobs, top scouts, and they've all said the same thing that they've heard. And so I'm not giving you breaking news. He does not interview well. He didn't call plays in Kansas City. Andy Reid did. He didn't game plan in Kansas City. Andy Reid did. Andy Reid would give him the play to call in. So he didn't do any of that. He's doing it now with the Commanders. I can't say I studied the Commanders. How do they look? I'm sure somebody's going to give him a job just to give it to him. I don't know if he deserves it, and that color has nothing to do with it. What I don't know. What has Eric Bieniemy done? Everybody's got whatever it is, it is. I love it, man. I love it. You like him? Let's give him a shot. Let's see what he does. Horrible.
According to Patrick Mahomes, he deserves a head coaching job.
No,
give him a shot.
Somebody's saying Jimmy Spoon, Salgado, New Hyde Park, Hofstra Bills. Hofstra had a good football program at one time. We had some guys came out of Hofstra, right? Wayne Corbett, Willie Colon. I'm sure we had a couple others defensive backs came out there. Wait, I got my nephew saying, Jojo, you got anything in your mind? College football, Evan's got something to say here. You want hockey stories? Yeah, I want hockey stories. I was a kid that used to have Pat Quinn buy him pizza at junior hockey games. Also had Bobby Orr steal a hockey card of mine. Evan, the floor is all yours, brother. Talk. Tell us some good shit. We got a lot of hockey fans in the room.
Bobby Orr is somebody who changed the game of hockey.
You think so?
Bobby Orr changed everything about a defensive offensive player. I mean, that guy went from one end of the ice to the other end of the ice, and that was never done before Bobby Orr.
Yeah, I was a half-assed hockey fan as a kid because all my friends, and I don't want nobody to play a violin here, but all my friends played roller hockey, and I played football and baseball because, quite honestly, hockey was more of an expensive sport, I believe. And not that football, my parents still had to buy me the equipment, but to buy the football equipment, any hockey equipment, it was probably a little too much for that. And I probably would have been a great skater anyway. I was too busy, learning how to dance on skates, the roller discos, as I've mentioned a few times. I didn't play roller hockey, although all my friends did. All my friends. I wish I would have, because I know I would have loved it. I would have probably loved it.
You got that Dave T comment? Love Bobby Orr, one of the greatest, gave it his all. Absolutely. And by the way, Dave T.
Oh, Davey T. Bobby Orr?
Yeah. Not only did he give it his all and he was great, He won a Stanley Cup too. Was I think 18, 19 years old. He was the first guy to open up the doors for like liquor endorsements. He went with Seagram's, and he brought a lot of players up until about 10 years ago into the alcoholic end of the sport for investments and advertisement. He's a good guy.
We got Evan saying something about oh, we got Dingdale. Gatto, absolutely, dogs are angels. I agree. I've had nothing but pit bulls, but now I have. Actually, I only have one Shih Tzu. I lost one of my Shih Tzus a few months ago. The city decided they want to kill all the raccoons in my neighborhood in College Point, Queens. And I think one of my guys ate poison, and within 2-3 days he was gone. It was horrible. You know, we love animals. So, you know, these animals, you know, these people, they want to kill all the raccoons. The raccoons are disappearing like crazy in College Point. You know, and I guess the dogs, they put poisons out. We didn't know about it. My guy might have ate something, and within days there was nothing we could do for him. He was gone. But not to, you know, I don't want to ruin the vibe here, but you're right. And I still got my one guy, Jeremiah. He's the man. But I've had pit bulls. My nephews, as you can see, has one. My son Antonio, he didn't put his dog up. King Reese. You know, another big guy. So we got Capone and Reese in the family. Maddie's got something to say. I'm starting to get better with the chat, guys. I don't mean that to be rolling around. I'm just trying to give everybody some love, man. They're nice enough to come on, man. I want to try to get everybody on the screen here. Craig, where did you guys go roller skating? We went to Roller Castle in Elmont. Okay. In Flushing, there was a place called the Pavilion, which was down by Tony. I don't know if you remember where Western Beef was on College Point Boulevard all the way down.
Sure.
Okay. Right behind Western Beef. As you would go into the World's Fair, but you weren't into the World's Fair, it was right behind it. It's where, like, in back of the Home Depot now. It was called the Pavilion. It was right there. And then on Friday nights, our football coaches, we found out later, had a piece of a place in the Bronx called Stars Roller Rink. It was right over the Whitestone Bridge, right off of by St. Raymond's, not far from St. Raymond's Cemetery. As a matter of fact, there's a Home Depot right where Stars Roller Rink was. And,
hey, Craig.
Yes.
Who's TP? He's in all these rinks that my sons were in.
I'm sorry, who's TP? He's a College Pointer.
Hey, because those two rinks, those two rinks he just mentioned, Anthony played in both of them with Vinny.
All right, I just put it up there right now. College Point Roller Rink or Stars on the Whitestone Bridge. That's exactly right, T. That's exactly right. Right under the bridge. That's, yeah. And I found out that Mr. Tony Gordio, I believe, had something to do with that. Years later, I found that out. We were kids. What do we know about that shit? You know what I mean? But he had something to do with it. I don't know exactly the piece he had, but he had something to do with it.
Correct.
And Tony, you know, certifies that. But I believe he had something to do with that. And Stars Roller Rink, I got to tell you, I'm not ashamed to say this, Roro G. I grew up in that era. You know, I was the athlete and all of that, and you couldn't tell nobody. You know, I grew up with a brother that, you know, the metal and all of that shit. But I got to tell you, I love the dance music. I love the breakdancing thing. And roller skating with music was like, whoa, this is good stuff. And, you know, I was one of those fools that was gliding around the rink thinking I was, you know, all of that. Like everybody's looking at you. Nobody looking at you. But you're having a good time and having fun.
That's right, TP. I'm sorry. We did talk last week. You're right, buddy.
We got Evan, nice guy, Brian. Oh, I was just going to bring up a story about Bobby Clark. Not like I knew personally, but I was going to say, what do you guys think of Bobby Clark as a Flyer fan? Met Johnny Bauer, Gordie Howe, Bobby Clark got put there. Stanley. Wow. So, Evan, obviously you're from Canada. Am I correct?
No. I would say Boston.
Oh, he's a Boston guy. Oh,
Evan,
okay.
where are you from, buddy?
Ev, where are you from? I'm sorry if I said Canada. I apologize for that. No, I didn't think you were Boston.
He might be Philly.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Bobby Clark is Philly, played Philly.
Tony,
Okay, Tim.
GP saying
Yeah.
he's the one you had the conversation with him all last week.
I know who he
in our
is. I
chat.
forgot about it. Yeah, I know who it is. He's cool.
That's
I like him.
correct.
Good guy.
Tommy, I knew that that Mr. Aiello had something to do with Stars. Yes, I knew that. I for some reason I didn't say it. Yes, but I had known that. I'd heard that later on too. And you know, obviously, Mr. Aiello being not that it means anything, but he was also cousins to the late actor Danny Aiello, who used to come to the neighborhood and run softball benefits in College Point, Whitestone, and whatnot for years.
Didn't he also have a lot to do with like selling music? The 80s and 60s,
you know
70s
what?
shit?
Maybe TP can answer that better than me. Tony, I definitely can't answer that part.
He had something going on with that, if I remember right.
He wants you to know this, Tony. He talked to you last week.
I know who it is.
Yeah, you know.
So, I know who
all
it
right,
is.
so Evan is from,
all
right, so we just got, Evan is from north of the border, Mike F says.
Evan is from north of the border. So are you on the United States side or the Toronto? You're on the Toronto side. Okay. So you remember Borges Salming and Ian Turnbull up there when they played, huh? Hello?
I think Evan's right about this. There's something that the Vegas Knights
Craig, are you
do
frozen? You good?
that nobody can do.
Hello?
The Vegas Knights football
All right, I
games
think
are
we have
crazy.
Craig frozen. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you, Tom. I hear you. Tony, I hear you.
Okay, we're good. Evan is a great guy on YouTube. Okay, we got Mike F. I hear you too, Craig. Get back. You broke up for a minute there.
All right.
Evan is a great guy. No, I know Evan's a good guy. I just wasn't sure where he was from. All right, Joey. Thank you, buddy.
You got it, Mike F. That's all you got to do. Say it once. My nephew. All right, Evan, nice guy. No, Evan, it's so great to have you in the room. I just, you know, Roro G. Evan is good people for sure. That's awesome. Thank you, Roro, for letting us know. Thank you. Kind of knew that. Just feeling him out. Oh, yeah, Evan's got us. Here we go. Going to tell us exactly, Tone, where he's from. Here we go. He's about an hour outside of Toronto. By the way, speaking of Toronto, I don't mean to shift. Is that official? Did they sign Shohei Ohtani? I heard it was up in the air. I don't know. He said something about they thought that he was signed. Now, kind of like the Soto thing. They're waiting for it to happen.
I think they got to wait on a physical.
Boy, did he stick it up the Dodgers' ass, huh? Or the Giants. They lose out again, the Giants.
He wanted nothing to do with it up there. They didn't offer him enough money. They didn't offer him enough.
You know, we're kind of switching off. I got to tell you, you know, I love my Yankees, so I am excited about the Soto move. I mean, I don't care what we gave up. Sometimes you got to give up to get, and you're getting a guy in his prime. I'm not saying it's just we had no lefty bats last year. We didn't. And, well, whatever. It's a little early for that, but we'll talk about that. The best reaction I got from Bobby Orr when I had a rookie card signed, he never saw. He signed my others and asked to keep one. My dad was pissed. I imagine so. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. We got 12 people strong. Listen, man, this is good, man. I'm just having fun. I hope everybody just, you know, I said this was going to be relaxing, but somehow I get pumped up for even this stuff. I don't know if I can do anything relaxed. I try my best. This shit pumps me up, man. Sports especially. And I'm nowhere near as crazy a fan as I used to be. Like last night in the Steeler game, I shut it off long before I could get like crazy and want to break something. Like in the old days, I can't tell you how much furniture I would break. And it had nothing to do. I didn't even bet. I didn't even gamble. I wasn't gambling then. You know, I just was a crazed Steeler fan. You know, as a kid, I'll never forget my father telling me one time. I might have been young. Steelers lost the game. I was like 8 years old. It's like, what are you crying about? And that's how hard I was like that big a fan. It was like you're a kid, your team loses, they bring you to tears. I don't know, maybe I was soft back then. I don't know. You could say
My man Matt's looking for Ricciardo. He's looking for Ricciardo. We got to find him. He was a good guy, Ricciardo.
Yeah, Matty keeps talking about. I got to. You know what, Tommy, you're in the house. Joey C, I don't know if you're still in the house. Matty keeps asking about Ricciardo. T, do you know? You're a lifelong CP. Ricciardo. Did you know Ricciardo, Tommy? Yes or no?
I met Ricciardo about. He's a little older than me. I met Ricciardo. What a hell of an athlete that kid was.
Yeah, I heard he was a legend. Yeah, coming from God's Point.
But he's much older than us. He's about 10, 15 years older than me.
I told Matty he was older than me, but I had heard about the legend of Ricciardo. Like he was a great athlete.
Yeah, he was a good athlete. And then he went to Vietnam.
Yeah, I think Matty said, yeah, he was a guy that served. Yep. So
absolutely,
Tommy
good guy.
Tommy coming from the Point might have heard of him, but Tommy's a little. Oh, Tommy's saying yes. He's, he heard of. He's not saying he's saying he remembers. But Tommy's, a couple of years younger than us. But his brother is my age, a couple of years older. But Richie's got I don't know how old.
Matter of fact,
60s, late 60s, mid 60s.
No, Richie would be in his late 60s. Close to 70. Okay. Richie's got to be bucking 70 years old because he was, I think, Phil's age. He played around with Phil in the boxing ring for a while. He boxed a little bit.
And Matty was a plumber with Richie on Rikers Island, and the inmates even feared him as a plumber.
Richie was a plumber. Richie was a tough son of a bitch, I heard, back in the day.
Really?
That's what I heard. I didn't really play with him too much. He's got about 14 years on me.
A little before me, like I said, it was a little bit before me. I love to hear this because I grew up as a young Flyer fan. I love to hear that Bobby Clark was a good guy. It's always good. I had a chance when I worked the door at Tao on 58th and Madison. I had the opportunity. I was close. We used to get all the NFL teams in there, and who would come for dinner. And one night, Sam Hazen, who was the executive chef, came over to me, and he knew I was a Steeler fan. And I wish my boys were in the group right now. They would tell you this. My nephew, because he was there that night, my mom rounded everybody up, and he told me the Steelers were coming in. Ben was a rookie then, but Jerome Bettis, James Farrier, Joey Porter, Sr., Ben Roethlisberger, Ike Taylor, and there was a couple others that came in, and I was able to call my mom in time. He told me if you can get your kids down here, and they signed just before they were ready to eat dinner. My whole crew marched in. My nephew, one of his friends, my two boys at the time, and they came into Tao, and these guys were so good to them. And I actually told Joey Porter, I said, Joey, thank you so much, because honestly, what you guys mean to my sons is what like Bradshaw and Franco Harris meant to me and Lambert as a kid. And if you guys would have been douchebags, quite honestly, and I would have got it, you're ready to eat dinner, it would have turned me off totally, and I probably would have never rooted for you Steelers ever again in my life for hurting not being good to kids. And he understood it. He goes, nah, man, anything for the kids, bro. And that was Joey Porter. I will never forget it. And I will say this. Roethlisberger was a rookie, and he was a little tool-baggish. He finally came around later in his career, and it took a lot of things for him to come around. A near-death experience, whatever. He wasn't known as a great till later.
I tell you what. I think Jerome Pettis.
My kids and everything.
I think Jerome Pettis put the fear of God into Roethlisberger one time. That dude was solid. I met him.
Yeah, good people.
Joey Porter, I met at the Puck side.
What a big dude, bro. Woo.
Let me tell you something.
Small, Tony. Maybe we're not small guys. Something about Joey.
No. Jacket, bro. Joey Porter had probably the best built in the NFL when he played. Without a doubt.
Evan is with us, Mike F. I'm glad you're with us, Mike F. I'm glad everybody's with us. Roro G, Tony, Matt, JC, TP, everybody. Whoever's in this, we got 14 people. Listen, man, thank you. Friday night, take your time out to hang with us, talk a little ball. It's relaxing, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's therapy. I've kept you guys way too long. Is there anything you want to say, Tony, as we sign out? We got big things coming. I know everybody says that. Everybody does say that, but we will. We're gonna do a lot of different things, a lot of different types of stories. But one thing I assure you, there's something we stand by. No bullshit allowed. So fact check.
How about this? Let's give him a little hint.
Go ahead.
Let's give him a little hint. Me and Craig have agreed to do a little tour of certain spots down the road. With somebody on YouTube who is a pretty big journalist guy.
Right. We're going to take you to places that I haven't really been seen before and maybe tell little stories behind them. A little different than what's been seen. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just, we've been there. We've been there. And it's not, not looking for any applause, but trying to give you something different. Always want to change it up.
Hey, look who's here. El Toro just jumped in. What's up, Toro?
Are you kidding me? Toro's in the house. Let me tell you, I gotta look for Toro. Toro.
He's right. Look towards the bottom. Great guy,
right.
Toro. Great guy.
I'm going there. I'm at Dave T right now. I don't see Toro, but I want to say something.
Go 4 up. Toro's a good guy, great guy. I love Toro. Good guy. Comes with me everywhere, hunting down rats.
I want to say something about Toro without even seeing. I know he's here. I just want to say something about Toro. Toro, you've said nothing but good things about me. Thank you so much. I want to thank you for recognizing that what I say is the truth and not bullshit, because I don't believe in that. So that's why I only speak the truth, because I don't have to worry about 8 months from now worrying about what I said. You understand? 8 months from now, I'll give you the same story, maybe even verbatim, because I don't have to change nothing. So that's why I'm not afraid to mention names. Like, if anybody watched anything I had to say with the union stuff, I mentioned a few names. And I said what I had to say about a couple of people, because that's who they are. And look in the comments. Does anybody tell me I'm a liar or a punk mutt? They won't. You know why? I'm not that I'm special. No, because I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. No bullshit allowed. It's not allowed. So you gain respect that way by not just being honest. Be you.
All right, guys, I'm going to hop off.
Tone,
I'm going to hop off. Let Greg close it out. Thank you so much.
I want to just say this. Thank you, everybody. Toro, I'm sorry you came in late. I thank you so much for showing love tonight. Showing me love tonight. Cinnamon Girl, Roro G, Mike F, Maddie, TP, JC, everybody, JoJo, Antonio, Vinny Pags, the whole crew, Tommy Stiggs, Chadwick Stacks, NYC Crime Spot. I could go through them all. I don't want to forget nobody. Somebody's got Mike F. Somebody's going to get insulted. Please, Evan, welcome aboard. Joey Blunts, everybody. I love you guys. Be safe. Be well. Take care of your families. Thank you so much, Benny, Steve, whoever I missed. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I'm trying not to miss anybody. Maddie Sweeney. Oh man, I would have forgot Maddie. Whoa. Johnny Farrell, who's not here tonight. Guys, God bless. Be safe. Remember, take care of your families. Roro G, thank you. Telling everybody hit the like button. That helps me so much. I'm learning that the like button, Roro G can probably say it before I bail. The like button is even better than subscribers, I think. Like, it gets your videos out in front of people. We're going to do good things, tell good stories, only the truth, no BS. I'm going to clean up something soon, probably before Monday, about the Chicklet, a story he told about somebody. You all know who Tommy Stiggs calls the Chicklet, and I'm not going to call him out. I'm just going to clean up a story he said, because I was in that neighborhood at that time. And honestly, I'm being respectful again. I'll leave it for Monday. I'm going to just clean something up like I cleaned up something else in my last live. To correct the name, I'm going to clean something else up. Love you guys. Be safe. Be well. thank you so much for coming on. Take care of your families. Good luck. God bless. Stay well. A lot of crazies out there. I'm not one of them. Be careful. Love yous all. Thank you so much. Be well. God bless.